You know what really annoys me? Gut issues and people who chew with their mouth open.
Girl, you and me both.
Today we're diving into pet peeves. I'm Abby from the social team.
I'm Lauren from the social team.
Let's get into it.
Yes.
So, Lauren, what is your number one biggest pet peeve?
Oh my gosh, the list goes on, honestly. I got so many of them. I think my biggest one is honestly slow drivers in the left lane. Specifically, it genuinely makes me mad. And also, in addition to that, it's people who ride my butt when there's traffic. Like, I have to drive home from the office every day, and it's like a rush hour. Why are you on my butt? I can't go anywhere. What do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
And then it brings out the anger in me.
See, I'm a slow driver, but you'll never catch me in the left lane
Nope.
because I know where I belong.
Yeah, I see, and I appreciate that. I have been really trying to work on my anger management problems when it comes to driving, because like that's pet peeves is stems from driving, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is people that are rude to waiters or waitresses or any service industry people.
I feel like it's a
Drives me
huge
crazy.
telling about your personality.
Totally. Like, I actually think I brought this up in an episode Gab and I did in the past. But I just, like, it drives me so crazy. Like, it's really not that
Common
hard.
decency. And also think about it if, like, roles were reversed, right? If, like, you were that server.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to make a living.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. What about people that complain that their stomach hurts after eating,
I know.
but they're not doing anything about it?
I know.
Like taking digestive enzymes.
Literally, I know. And honestly, it's a running joke in my family now, where like we'll be out to dinner and I love my mom dearly. She has major tummy problems and she always complains, and so I've been carrying around our digestive enzymes in my purse. And so after we're done eating, I'll look at her and I'm like, don't even say it, here you go, because it's like a reoccurring thing and it drives me up the wall.
Yeah.
That and loud chewers.
Loud chewers.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't, I think that's like it activates something in your
Yeah.
brain, because, I mean, obviously it's gross when someone chews with their mouth open, but it doesn't drive me that crazy. But
See, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I do tune out because you're in the zone of eating. But every now and then, I don't know, depending on who's sitting next, like my grandma, for example, she also smacks her gum really loud.
Gum smacking does drive me up a wall.
I'm like, does it taste good?
Yeah. My last one, and I think this is why I started carrying our Mood Support Probiotic traveling. I think this is like my biggest pet peeve, is when the plane lands and people that are way behind you stand up and try to get off the plane before you. There's like, it's common knowledge that it's like we're going row by row. I don't know why you're trying to squeeze past, because I'm not going to let you in front of me.
No.
That drives me crazy.
Did you know that they're starting to charge people that do that?
Wait, what do you mean?
So if you fly, I think it's Southwest, or honestly, I think it's most of the airlines now. But if you are from the back and you start doing that, you get a fine of like $200.
Good.
Because a lot of people are starting to complain about it, just because people think that they're more important than other people.
And it's like personal space. Like, it's already such a claustrophobic experience to have someone like, I get it if you have like a connecting flight that you have to make, but like explain that, say I am in a rush, and I just can't.
I also think it drives me nuts too when people complain about how bloated they are. I do it all the time. Okay, so this pet peeve is also a pet peeve for myself, where I get mad at myself. Yes, all the time. But like, also, what can you do about it? What can you do about it, Abby?
Take a digestive enzymes. Take your broad spectrum support probiotic.
Amen.
Take your targeted bloat and gas probiotic.
Here.
I know.
Bloat and gas. The list goes on. Genuinely though, like, I do find it to be so super helpful. Like, I think before working here, I was just I still am a complainer. I'm a girl, okay? It's in my genes.
Yeah.
I complain all the time. But I think now
It's a release.
It is a release. But I think now, understanding our products more and actually taking it consistently, that's the key, by the way, guys. Consistency is key. I do notice a difference of feeling less bloated. So again, start putting it in your purse. Get it out there.
So that kind of brings us to our next topic. What are some gut-friendly habits that you can bring into your routine to help you maybe not get so irritated at the slow drivers, to maybe not have you complain about being bloated or that your stomach hurts? what are some of your tips for the girls or the guys?
Or the guys. Or the guys. A few fellas out there. I feel like, if you can't stand like a slow walker, maybe, just take like a little stroll. It's good for digestion and your patience. So I've been told. In addition to taking our digestive enzymes, of course.
Yeah.
How about you?
Something this is a very extreme tip. And I actually haven't implemented it myself, but I'm curious about the effects. I heard that chewing each piece of food 30 times can help you digest it better.
Really?
So I'm curious about that. But obviously always.
Ooh, no, I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So maybe I'll try that. maybe not.
That.
That'll be like a 2-hour eating.
I feel like people do that, though. I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah. I think it also, like, I'm such a snacker that if I was more intentional with my chewing, it would maybe combat or curb some of those.
Yeah, I think just maybe chew slower in general.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, you just get so excited and then you're like, oh my gosh, my stomach hurts profusely.
So
you're like, I need to get up and walk.
Chewing more times. Chewing more times. Does that make sense? Chewing up to 30 times. That could help. One of my favorite products, I guess it's like hard to narrow down. A women's probiotic every day too. I think like first thing in the morning, like I said, broad spectrum support is so essential.
Yeah.
For your gut health.
Making it routinely.
Yeah.
And also, you know that feeling of like when you're hungry and then you get that anger and it's just you're hangry.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel about pet peeves, like that's the feeling you get about every little thing. So I feel like maybe just taking a second to take a deep breath and think about like, does it really matter?
Yeah.
And granted, I know it's hard, like driving, for example, for me, it gets hard. My secret thing to calm me down too is I've been listening to podcasts lately. Smart. Because then I'm so distracted, which, okay, this is going to sound bad. Like I get distracted because I'm zoned in on the stories, right? That I'm not really paying attention to like the guy riding my butt or Smart. Like I'm just chilling in traffic and I'm like, oh, that story's hilarious, Yeah. It's a good little distraction versus me. If I'm listening to music, I'm like, oh, like I'm starting to like cuss out the man behind me.
Totally.
So I think maybe finding little things like that to calm you down. Our mood support is also good.
And ashwagandha. We don't have it up here, but
Ashwa.
Those together. So good.
Yep.
But yeah, all this to say it's okay to be the dramatic one. It's okay to be irrationally irritated sometimes. We all have pet peeves.
We do.
But if there's steps you can take to combat those feelings of annoyance and things peeving you. I don't know about like people being rude to service industry workers. That still is
that's like a character.
Yeah, that's a character thing. But most of the time they're valid.
They are. So maybe it's just figuring out like establishing those boundaries. Like if someone's not texting you back, being like, hey, let's have a conversation. It actually really annoys me if you're not texting me back,
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely a solution for majority of the pet peeves. But then again, like I feel like that's what makes a pet peeve a pet peeve.
Totally.
I don't know. Very interesting. So you're not dramatic. Sometimes you can be dramatic, but most of the time I feel like it's very valid.
Yes, I agree.
Just remember, it's all about how you communicate your ick. And yeah, this is going to be a very short episode. We just wanted to talk about our pet peeves and gut health because physician's choice.
Yeah.
They do coincide. But thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. We are filming these episodes about twice a month-ish. Yeah. And give it a like, comment. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.